Hello, you fantastic, delicious, amazing, incredible, yum, yum, wonder, yum, happy, good coach, you, yes, you. Now, you may be noticing, if you're a follower of me, you'd be noticing that, well, first off, I've got this gigolo look going on here. Let's trim that up. But I wasn't used to this because I have a new camera. I have a new computer. And so whereas before I was really talking like this and everything was zoomed up and it was just so frustrating, my new computer, my new camera, very much Vista Vision. And so I am now talking with you with much more high def. And it actually interestingly ties in with today's topic. So today I want to talk with you more about inviting possibility. Boy, oh boy. And I'm telling you, today is not what I was going to talk about previously, but really sitting with this topic, I wanted to share something with you. And this is in tandem with the Coaching Skills Forum calls. If you're not on these calls, you are missing out. Go to coachingskillsforum.com. These are amazing calls. These twice a month we gather on I'm noticing I've got stuff that wasn't in my screens before that I need to clean up and trim out. But I wanted to talk with you. Go to coachingskillsforum.com to get all the information, to join in, listen to archived recordings, including the upcoming topic, which we're going to be having, which is all about inviting possibilities. And this is one that I in my early days of coaching was brought in, but it was kind of sort of well, yeah, I mean, of course, we're just inviting possibilities. Well, is it possible? There's other works out there that talk about inventing the possibility. I am the possibility. And I think that the word gets bandied about a little too casually. And not that it's not an important word. It's just that I think that it gets used so frequently that we start to lose what the meaning is really all about. So let's be really clear. When we're talking about possibility, we're talking about everything. The possibility is everything is possible. Now, the trap is that we confuse possibility with probability. Probability is the likelihood of something happening. I'm not a sports guy, but if you are sports minded, you'll know what I'm talking about. We look at statistics, we look at the odds, we look at the past records of teams or players or whatever it is, and we use that to determine and be able to predict what is likely going to happen in a particular season or in a particular game. And then we also just look at just in overall realities, what are the chances that something that this is not going to happen or that something will happen? But as we know in the sports world, there's always strange anomalies, things that nobody predicted. And they do happen. Not reliable, not always, but they are possible. They're possible because they happened. And in fact, there are other things that are possible that just hadn't happened yet. I mean, if we take a look at that crazy once-in-a-lifetime thing, whatever it is, whether it's weather or politics or sports or whatever it is, we always have that once in a lifetime thing, a 1 in a million thing. And whether or not it actually hits, it's still possible. It's more probable when we have proof of it. Oh, well, these lottery numbers came up, so therefore it was likely that they would come up. But in the millions and billions of combinations of any lottery numbers, whether it's 3 numbers or 6 numbers or 20 numbers, there's still every single one of those numbers is possible. I'm just really leaning in on this because lottery is a fantastic, it's not the best way to invest your money, but it's all based on the possibility that you might win. And there is a chance, however slim it might be, however minute the likelihood of it occurring, the probability, it is always possible. I hope this makes sense. Even if it's 1 in a million, 1 in a billion, 1 in a trillion, if that one is there, it's possible. And that is the world that we play in as coaches. That is what we hold. We'll explore with our clients probability, what's likely going to happen when we start setting predictable courses of action, expectations, behaviors, mindsets, all that jazz. That's all there, but that's also often a limited container. Because we start confining our perspectives to what is likely, and typically what is more commonly likely, or we start confining our perspectives to what is our fears tell us are likely. Our human protecting, surviving side is telling us this will likely happen. Even if it's really remote, our human surviving part falls into the trap of this is likely going to happen. So the human lives in probability, even when they use the language possible. This is really simple and clean. When you hear the human talking, when you hear the fear talking, it's almost inevitably talking about probability. It does also talk about possibility, but it's always in a fear base, right? Oh, it's possible that the world will explode. It's possible that the entire economy will collapse. It's possible, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's when we get into horrible, extreme scenarios. See, we know the possibility game. 1 in a trillion chance this could happen, but it could happen, says the human in fear. But the powerful part of us absolutely stands boldly in this world. Yes, we rely upon, we look to probability, likelihood, but we also at the same time hold possibility. What is likely? Even if we can't predict it, is it possible that something out of the box, unpredicted, unknown, might occur? And when we talk about possibilities, often our human part goes to predicting outside of us. Here's where it gets juicy, gang. Okay, coach, you. The human part of us is predicting based on possibility, the outcome of something. That's the lottery, that's sports, that's politics, that's world events, that's whatever it is. It's all out there. But that's not what coaches do. Yeah, we dabble in that a bit. Is it possible this could happen? Is it possible somebody else might react or respond this way? But what we're really pointing to is the possibility that lies within, the infinite possibility that lies within. The particular thought that might show up in this moment is infinite. It's more than 1 million or 1 billion possible thoughts. You have a likelihood of what you might be thinking next, especially if I say A, B, C, D, E. There's a likelihood you're going to think F, but it's possible I could say A, B, C, D, E, banana. A, B, C, D, E, green. A, B, C, D, E, moof. I don't know what moof is, but it's possible. That's you. In every moment, you have infinite thoughts that are possible to occur. We get set into a trench of habitual, comfortable thoughts. Same is true with emotions. There are some kind of standard predictable emotions, right? If this thing happens, I will be angry and upset. If this is, I'll be sad. If this happens, I'll be happy. Whatever it is. Those are predictable, but possible. How many times have you been in an experience? Well, I just heard an amazing, beautiful story of a friend of mine who was a veteran. And he's with his friends. Memorial Day was just yesterday. Depending on when you're watching this, Memorial Day was yesterday. And he's hanging out with he's telling me the story this morning. And he's talking with his friends who were his veteran buddies who he served with in the Iraq War. And they're watching old videos, including they happen to have come across, and they have video links and streams of they have access to this, they know how to get there, of some of their actual combat missions that have been caught on tape by vehicle cameras. And they show a horrible skirmish, accident, bombing, something, where they're injured. They're bleeding. They're in pain. They're scared. You can tell the predictable emotions that are there. And then you can even predict they're sitting here 30 some years later, something like that, recounting. And you can predict how they're going to feel. But what's so amazing is they all start laughing. For various reasons. They start laughing. Not in mockery or disrespect, but that's the emotion that got evoked from that. It could be, thank God we're still alive. It could be, wow, look at how ridiculous and silly I look. It could just be a release of stress. It could be many things, but it was an unpredicted emotion. We are capable of infinite possibilities of emotions, infinite ways to believe any truth. This is why there's, 2,000 religions in the world, and there's more variations of those religions, and everybody individual in those different religions all have their own different belief modification, including non-religions. Same thing with everything. If there's 8 billion people on the earth, there are 8 billion at least different beliefs that we have about anything. Same thing with how we show up. You, coach, and every single one of your clients is an infinite possibility within. That is what we are exploring. And now, dear coach, I point this to you, because before you can break free of the confines and the limitations of the predictable, probable in your clients, and open them up and invite them into stepping into their infinite possibility, dear coach, I highly invite that you open up and let go of your probability and your predictability and step into your infinite possibility in coaching. If nothing else, coaches are human just like everyone else. And we also fall into predictable behaviors, predictable skill sets, predictable approaches, predictable powerful questions, predictable habits in our styles and actions of coaching. At the very least, let go. Not always. I'm not talking about go rogue. I'm talking about let go. Allow yourself to be uncomfortable. Allow yourself to step into unknown territory. Allow yourself to ask the question that just does not make sense. We talked about intuition a couple times ago. Allow yourself to grab onto a remote, minuscule, minor likelihood question or observation and grab onto something that is just possible within. It's just how you can step deeper into your own masterful self. I mean, you want to know what master coaching is? I'm talking beyond MCC coaching. Master coaching is breaking out and transcending beyond predictable, comfortable, safe, reliable. That is the world we're talking about. Now, I wish you come to the Coaching Skills Forum calls. Come more. Come back for more, because there's always more. And I'm telling you, give yourself the chance to explore a what if and go see what happens. I'm not saying that you have to plunge deeply into I don't know and wild, crazy, out of the box and infinite possibilities throughout all of your coaching. I'm just saying a little bit now and then, taking a risk, turning left when you always go right, going deeper into here when you always go there. Ask for more information when you feel like you've got enough and you're ready to go. Go when you feel like you don't need more information, or when you don't have enough information. Then whatever it is, just explore. And the term invite, you can always say no. It doesn't mean you have to. It just means that the opportunity is there. In fact, let's get really meta here. The infinite possibility is always possible. See, that's the difference. It's actually possible to have infinite possibilities. It's possible to step into and explore and discover and play what if. Infinite. That human surviving part of yourself does not buy that crap at all. No, it's not possible. It's not possible to have possibilities. But you know different. And I know you know this because you have already had so many coaching experiences that defy probability, that defy the likelihood and the predictability. And by the way, you are living, breathing proof of it. The odds and the likelihood of you being born is astronomical, despite how easy it seems to be in high school. The odds of you being born are huge, astronomical. One sperm making its way against all natural defenses designed to get rid of and block and prohibit. And then that little guy gets in there, finds the egg, gets in, and then starts life. The likelihood of that is astronomical. It is not likely. It is not predictable. You are not predictable. Your entire life is unpredictable. There is likelihood that you go down a certain trajectory, that you would get married, have kids, have this particular job, join Find Coaching, but how much of your life is completely out of bounds of predictable? Go back 10 years, 20 years. No way would you ever predict anything about where you are. Maybe vaguely, generally, but really, let's be honest. Go back 5 years, even 5 years, even 1 year. Heck, we could even say 6 months, 3 months. Could you really predict everything? The closer we get in time, the more closer we are to being able to navigate through probability, because it's closer. There's less variables involved. And even still, predictability is a trap. Possibility is a gift. Have fun. And I will see you on more, because there's always more. Come back. Type in your comments. I'm happy to check them out. And until then, until next time, I so wish you it's beautiful, amazing, fantastic, and possible. infinitely possible coaching.
Hey there, you beautiful, amazing, fantastic, delicious, razzle-dazzle, and masterful coach. Yes, you, masterful coach, because you're watching this, which tells me you are a masterful coach. There's more to learn, and that's where I come in. Go to bedo.org. You'll also see it right here. And go to bedo.org, and that's where you're going to find tons of other materials, resources, videos, recordings, audios, free calls, a free membership level, tons of stuff, incredible amounts of materials just for you. Regardless of whatever level of coach you are right now, you are going to find tremendous value and resource. And it's all here at bedo.org. bedo.org. Go check it out, and I will see you there.